Hey everybody, I'm Cat Cora. And I am here at Osea. I am cooking something that is a quick Monday supper, and I'm going to show you how easy it is. This is my mother, and I'd say my grandmother too, my grandmother Nina, who is Greek, my yaya. This is their dish. It's called kota kapama. Kota is chicken, kapama is stew. We also call it cinnamon stewed chicken because the rub is cinnamon, black pepper, and sea salt. Super simple. What you do is you just take your cut up chicken, you're gonna sprinkle the rub on each side of the pieces, and you can be generous because some of this cooks off. When you put it in the saute pan and you have the olive oil, it definitely will cook off, so you don't have to be afraid of the cinnamon. It's really equal amounts of each one on there. And then I just kind of flip it over because you gotta show the love on each side of your chicken and get it nice and coated because you want that nice flavor. You want that flavor to soak in and that rub to be stuck on there when you put it in the extra virgin olive oil in a hot pan. Then a nice generous helping of sea salt on it. Get some good cracked pepper on it. And then you can let this sit for 20 minutes or you can actually let it sit on there for 8 hours while you go to work. So put it on in the morning, let it sit. When you get home from work, it'll be nice and infused into the chicken. You'll have that great coating on the outside, and then you can start the dish. So next, I'm gonna move over to the stove. Okay, so now that I've got all of the chicken has been, rubbed, it's got the rub on, the cinnamon, I'm gonna start searing the chicken. So what you wanna do is sear it and get it nice and caramelized on each side, get it nice and brown. Turn my heat up a little bit more. I usually put my heat on high and then I turn it down to about medium high. You want to hear that sizzle when you have it. So when you put it in the pan, it should be ready to go and nice and hot. Sear the chicken, that's the most important part. Get it nice and caramelized. Nice and brown on each side. And then once you have it seared on each side, you can see I've got the cinnamon on there. I actually hit it with just a tiny bit more salt, not too much. I like to season in 3 steps. So in the beginning, in the middle, and at the end. That way you can always add more if you want to, but you can't take it out once you add it. If you add too much, it's too late. So once this is seared, you just take it out, put it right in the bowl there. What I'm gonna do is in the same pan, I'm not gonna clean it or anything, I'm just gonna add more oil because you want a little bit of that chicken flavor in there. And with that chicken flavor, I'm gonna turn my heat down because now I'm putting onions in and garlic, which is really delicate. So you turn your heat down to medium. I add in my onions. And I cook those really quickly because remember your pan's really hot. You want to cook those really quickly. Okay. Get those nice and brown. And once I have that in, I'm going to add in my garlic. Garlic cooks very fast. And if you put it in at the same time you put the onion in, you're going to overcook your garlic. You'll probably burn it. What you want to do is deglaze with white wine. Deglazing means you're just getting all the chicken and all the things that are stuck on the bottom. The acid in the wine lifts that all up and puts it in your sauce. So it makes it really delicious. You're gonna reduce it about 3/4, so just keep reducing that on high heat. And then what I'm gonna do is put in my chicken stock. And now what I'm doing is making a sauce basically. I'm just making a really good stock, onion, garlic stock to put the chicken back in. So this is my base for my sauce. And then what I'm going to do is just add the final step, really is adding in my tomato. I'm going to stir that very gently. I'm going to turn my heat down now because I don't need to worry about reducing anything now. I just want it to simmer. So I'm going to turn it down to low. Mix that tomato in with the stock and the sauce that I have. Add the chicken pieces back into the sauce. And this is where the simmering comes in. So now it's going to simmer for about 45 minutes. And this is where you can just walk away, you can check your emails. If it's a Monday night or a weeknight, you can just, make sure the kids' homework's done, everybody's bathed, and then when you come back, dinner will be ready. And this is a dish that has been in my family since I was a little girl. I remember these smells of garlic and cinnamon and onion cooking. It's just a real favorite family dish of mine. What I like to do, the way I like to plate this, is I like to use personally a little orzo, which is a pasta. It looks like rice. And I like to use orzo, and then I garnish it with a little fresh oregano. And then what I'll do is I'll just take a couple of these nice pieces out, put it right on top. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is just have some of this delicious sauce the sauce has just been simmering for 45 minutes. Plate that right on top. When I make this for our kids, they just eat it up. They just love this because it's got a little, you know, the flavor that kids like, this tomato flavor, and adults. We all like it. And then what I do is I put some of the mazithra, the sheep's cheese, right on top, the mazithra cheese, and then I garnish it, put a little piece of oregano. There you have it. Sometimes I'll just do a little drizzle of olive oil to finish it, and there you have it.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.